guys. We're not all Democrats, nor liberals. Not all of us like Joe Biden's track record, but we voted for him because we took one look at you and we said, not today, Satan. We love this country. We don't want to see it turn into an idiocracy and water our plants with Gatorade. We want to heal it. Healing the legacy of our family line. I think that's the major opportunity of this life. And anybody who isn't a Native American is pretty much an illegal immigrant if you take a look at all the broken treaties and stolen land. There's so many amazing ways that we can learn from the past to understand the present, come together, and build each other up. We want to see this place thrive. So yeah, I know this is hard to hear these days, but we do want a government. And maybe you missed this part because you were stuck in that block of ice, but having one is necessary to the existence of a civilized society. Having a government is the system we who live in societies use to fulfill our collective needs, to maximize our greatest resource, human beings. Having public services like Japan or Denmark or Sweden or 20 other countries you can look at shouldn't be scary unless adulting is scary. Taking proper care of ourselves, that's not being entitled. It's being emotionally stable, a wise investor, a real patriot, meaning we love the whole country, all of us. And we want our government to be efficient and advanced, state-of-the-art, and working directly for us. So that means we have to do our job. We got to get big corporate money out of politics. So people like Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema, the entire Republican Party aren't working for lobbyists against our interests. We got to end gerrymandering. We need term limits. We want corporations and billionaires to pay taxes because we don't want to see our national wealth get hoarded by 600 people or forged into the shape of man's basic psychological insecurity and launched into outer space, forcing us all to witness a man deep in the throes of America's virility crisis, trying and failing to compensate for the impotence of gross materialism. I mean, that guy, he's got more wealth than half the countries on the planet, and that's what he does with it? Does he know our government already went to space in 1961? NASA. That's what a well-funded government program looks like. And it's 2021 right now. The country should look like Star Trek or Wakanda. But we're stuck. Partly because old Democrat establishment figures get to keep using you as blackmail to keep themselves in power. Because we can't take any chances. If we close our eyes for a second, odds are you're going to get dressed up in white power cosplay outfits again to storm another building. Guys, the desperation is painful. You've lumped us all into a box called the left. Did you mean the left of the Atlantic? Just call us the USA. It's a great place. You should visit. It's on the other side of the flat earth. There's people here from all over the world, the round one. And we aren't scared of each other because we've spent some time together. And it turns out, regardless of all our differences, we get along pretty well. So we are set on loving each other unconditionally. And you know whose advice that reminds me of? No, not Anderson Cooper. No, not Rachel Maddow or Oprah. Jesus. And you should know where the term the right comes from, too, while we're at it. It comes from the French Revolution, when their National Assembly met to draft their constitution, and aristocrats representing the royal monarchy and absolute obedience to its rule sat on the right. The right wanted their unqualified king to have total authority. Well, it didn't work out so well for him, nor his wife Marie Antoinette. Suffice it to say, he was the last king of France. That way of doing things lost favor with everybody who isn't you a long time ago. But look, some folks still don't want a multicultural society. They don't want to have a democratically elected government. They don't want public health care or public schools. They refuse to go along with any social contract that the majority of people have voted into. They want to be free of all that. No rules. Every man for himself. They like chaos. Or they want to live a simple life as the subjects of a child king with gold-plated furniture. Look, you guys, I'm sure there's a wilderness somewhere out there for you to test out Darwinism in action again. But here in the United States, we're not going to go backwards. We're about progress. So the next time somebody complains about the left, remind them that really, they're just talking about all the rest of us.